Hello, my name is Jeremy Johnson, and today I will be giving you a brief introduction on parenting post Generation X society kids. Now, this is going to be very brief, and I'm pretty sure you're going to learn a whole lot. So, pay attention, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Now, this is going to be the first things that we're going to talk about today, which is going to be the original parents. And as you can see here, we're going to have all the rest of these topics covered. Now, this is just brief, like I said, so we're not going to go exactly in depth on all these different subjects, but just give you a brief overlay so you get an understanding and a feel of what we're dealing with today as far as children. The original parents, Adam and Eve, of course, they had Cain and Abel, and we all know the problems that they had when it comes to parenting their children. Now, there's things that they learned, and they were the first trial and error parents, which was awesome. So the first things that they learned was each kid's you got to instill values with all your children's equal love amongst them, and also remember that every child is different because you can't treat every child the same. Some kids are softer than the others. Other kids are harder. So you just have to pay attention to what you're dealing with and what you're instilling in them. Sparing the rod. Now, this is mostly speaking from discipline, whether it's physical, timeouts, or however you do it. But, society looks down on the physical a lot. But, if you're a religious person, most religions say that you must, do this thing physical to correct certain actions, which isn't all bad all the time. And believe it or not, actually, most states still condone capital punishment within the school systems. And believe it or not, it can compare to other school states as far as disciplinary, they actually rise above them with discipline, which isn't too bad considering today's society. Now, young, wild, and free parenting. This is pretty much, hey, do what you feel, and whatever you need to do or whatever you want to do, we're okay with it. This can be good, but it needs structure. Kids need structure in order to live. You can't let them just run the world. All right. Now, and this can be seen very vividly within Hollywood society kids. You got Jaden Smith, you got Justin Bieber, you got Lindsay Lohan. All these kids have had massive amount of problems, we can say, with the law because their parents lived that young, wild, and free parenting, which isn't the best at times. Now, what needs to be done? You have to create boundaries. You have to instill morals in them from the beginning. Must retain authority over your children and teach good judgment. If you don't do anything, because this does spar good creativity, teach good judgment for your children. That'll go a long way. Now, mostly for the children, they the family dynamic is the best because when it comes down to it, the whole thing with family can go ahead and go a long way when you got mommy and daddy because you're getting two different parental perspectives. Okay. Now, also, it's very hard to get these statistics, but the statistics that are out there, and it says that economically, socially, education, and stability wise, these kids are better off with a dual parental um, parent relationship because you're getting two different perspectives, mother and father. Now, what does this include? You got to have these little memories, these things that you teach kids and instill in them, whether it's family dinner, picnics, or sitting down watching The Simpsons on Sunday. Whatever it is, you have to put that in them. The good memories and the bad ones are going to be the ones that shape them later on in the future, and that will go definitely a long way. Now, single parent versus dual parent is a very touchy subject, but if you look at TV, you see there's a lot of single parents on the air. It's a theme throughout most shows. Some is looked down upon and some is not. But you have to take it for what it's worth and either roll with it, make it good, or it won't be as good. Now, when you're comparing the two, a team is better than a solo player. It's hard doing things by yourself. And when you got children and you're doing it initially, it's definitely hard, much more of a learning curve when you're just there by yourself. So it definitely should be a team effort. But if you're a solo player, you got to be strong. Now, instilling morals and values. This is all about the ripple effect. You learn from your mother learned from your grandmother. Your mother taught you, and now you're teaching the next generation, so on and so forth. You got to build on that, the ripple effect. Excuse me. Now, instilling morals and values. Some people rely on religion. I'm not going to touch too much on this, but it's pretty much at your preference. But it's a great tool, whatever religion you choose, to instill a good. It helps them instill a good moral compass to help them, guide themselves through life. And if you're not too much a religious person, it's so much simpler, even to just teach them right from wrong, which some people have a problem doing, saying, no, you know what, that's not right. We're not going to do it like this. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to treat a man, a woman. And that will go a long way also. Um, Now, they're saying, where did we go wrong? Now, me myself, we're a lot of gamers. Some people are constantly on Facebook. You see the Vine videos all the time. These kids and these families, they're out there doing their own thing. Nobody's cohesive with it. The work, it's too much. The commute, this everything comes up together, and we really, really have to take time out and be very, very vigilant with the things and the pitfalls of today's society for kids. Otherwise, you could find yourself in a really tough place. All right? Now, summary. This is the end goal. This is where you should want your kids to be. This is your ultimate goal. So I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you can apply some of the things I taught you today. And just remember, you want to create a productive member of society.